All right, welcome everyone. Happy Thursday evening. Recovering from a big birthday celebration. I want to
Mm.
welcome everyone to the High-Octane Mechanics. My name is Javier Llerena. I am the host, and we are broadcasting on YouTube live. So this is the first time. I got a
Wow.
guinea pig, Gladys, that wanted to do this. And I'm very happy to have, I think, one of the experts out there on LinkedIn, Gladys, with
Mhm.
me. She is a freelancer. She's helping entrepreneurs how to generate leads online, how to contact and do that soft selling that is so much needed. And at the
Mhm.
same time, she is amazing in creating a LinkedIn profile that will really inform people that are looking at your profile and also attract customers and also why not job opportunities out there. So welcome to the High-Octane Mechanic Show, Gladys. We are very excited to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Javier. And it's good to finally meet you because we met on LinkedIn as well, right?
That's right. That's
Mm.
right. That's right. So we met on LinkedIn, and I have watched some of your videos and some of your content out there, and I was thinking, you know what, she's the perfect guest to have
Mhm.
the A Leaders Facebook group that is composed of entrepreneurs and leaders because we all can benefit from LinkedIn. But before we dive into any of the questions on LinkedIn, I know people are eager to know. I just wanted to know your jump into the entrepreneurial world and going
Mhm.
out there and generating business for yourself instead of working for someone. So tell me what triggered that. What kind of led into that journey that you're having right now?
All right. So, a little bit of backstory. I'm supposed to be a teacher and teaching students because I'm a licensed professional teacher here in the Philippines.
Hmm.
And by the way, I'm born and raised in the Philippines. But then after I graduated, I took the exam and I passed the board. However, I don't really see myself working from 9 to 5, working with, teaching students as well as, doing the paperwork from 9 to 5 until I retire. That's not the dream that
Hmm.
I want. That's not the lifestyle that I want. I mean, I have nothing against teachers. I love teaching. However, I think it's just me. It's something that uh, I want more. I know that I can do more. So, what I did was I didn't pursue teaching. I started to look for other opportunities that I can do online at home so that I can be with my family as well, because that's also one of the goals. I mean, I want to take control more of my time and to be with my family. So, yeah, I started teaching online to Japanese and Korean students before so that they can learn
Hmm.
English as well because I majored in English. And then as I was doing that, um, I saw something on Facebook about being a virtual assistant. So I was very curious, what is a virtual assistant and all that? So what I did
Yes.
was I started joining a lot of Facebook groups and tried to learn it all by myself. And I did learn it by myself. And someone who is an Amazon store owner decided to take me in as her virtual assistant. And I was
Hmm.
doing the job for, I think, more than a year. But then I feel like, if the job is good. I'm earning enough money. I mean, it's actually a decent amount of money. But then I realized that if I want to thrive more as an online
Yeah.
entrepreneur, this is not the way to do it. I mean, yeah, I'm working at home and I have more control of my time, but then I'm still an online employee, right? Instead of an online entrepreneur. So that's when I had this thought that what if I specialize on doing something and then I focus on that and build a business doing that thing. So I came across this premium course that was also led by a Filipino online freelancer as well, and he was teaching all about LinkedIn prospecting and all that stuff. And that's how I learned that I can get direct clients from LinkedIn and just doing it online, right? I can get leads and then get people on the phone purely online. So I thought, what if I do this service for another person so that they can also get leads and get more clients by just using LinkedIn alone. And that's how it
Mhm.
started. So right now,
Great.
after a year and a half, I'm a LinkedIn strategist and I specialize on helping coaches and consultants to, to fully optimize their LinkedIn profile so that they can avoid losing potential clients. Because if you
Potential
have,
client.
yep, if you have an optimized profile, if someone looks at your profile and they see that, oh, this person can help me, and that person looks pretty legit, you know what I mean, because the profile
That's right.
reflects what he do and who he helps and what how they can actually help you. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what I do for my clients.
Absolutely. And I just want to point out a couple things because as a leadership coach,
Mm,
I coach a lot of entrepreneurs. And one of the things that you said when we were talking about how did you decided to become an entrepreneur was that 9 to 5 routine. And one thing
mm,
that kind of struck my curiosity is when you said, well, I don't want to keep doing this and then finally retire, right? There's
mm,
something more to it. There's something more of that mechanical job or just going to a job and finally you go ahead and retire, right? And I learned something today, and it was a quote that I kind of knew. I didn't learn it, but I kind of resonated with me as entrepreneurs. We want to make money, right? Obviously,
mm,
we want to be financial independent. But one of the things that struck me about this quote, it says, "Do not think about the money that you're going to make. Think
mm,
about what can you do with the money that you will make." And I
yes.
think that the moral to that story or that quote is the more money you can create being an entrepreneur, the more you can create, right? And like you kind
Mm,
of ended like that where you said, you know what, I can help entrepreneurs. I can create content. I can create courses so people can take advantage of LinkedIn. And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur is that the more money you make, the more you can invest in creating more art, right? And I
mm,
think Seth Godin talk about that. Talk about how amazing it is to be an entrepreneur because you're a creator. You literally are an artist and
mm.
creating stuff for other individuals to benefit. That's awesome. Well, that's a great journey, and that kind of jumps me, and we can jump into the LinkedIn.
Mhm,
And one of the things that I tell individuals when they're doing their LinkedIn profile is how much real estate you have in LinkedIn and how few people realize how to utilize
mhm.
the real estate on LinkedIn. So if you can share with us what will be your top um, things that as an entrepreneur you want to make sure that you do and you look into your LinkedIn to
Mhm.
utilize it to deliver a better message and also attract prospects.
All right. So I actually have 5 things that I see are the major things that you should be doing on LinkedIn if you want to market your business in there. The first thing would be that if you want people to find you, right, uh, make your LinkedIn profile public. What I mean is make it easier for them to actually find you if they're looking for a service that you do,
Mhm.
right? Especially if you know that your target market are on LinkedIn, right? Because if they are there, then it makes sense that you also do the marketing in there as well. So make your
Yeah.
profile public. That's one. And then number two is that you customize your LinkedIn URL, because if you sign up on LinkedIn, they would assign a random set of letters and numbers as your LinkedIn URL. So the
Mhm.
shorter the URL is, it's gonna be easier for your audience or your ideal clients to actually look into your profile, or remember what your profile is. And then uh now that's the off page optimization, right? The back end. Now let's go to the front end. I have 3 things
Mhm.
that I want to
Yeah.
focus on. The first thing is the LinkedIn banner. I'm not sure if people here are familiar with the LinkedIn banner, but it's just like the Facebook cover of your LinkedIn profile. So you have a main photo and then you have a cover photo, right? So that's the LinkedIn banner, because most people that I see on LinkedIn, they are using the default cover photo and they are not taking advantage of the LinkedIn
Yeah.
banner.
And
So
that's the real estate that we're talking about. The
yep,
piece
yep.
of real estate at the beginning. Yeah.
Yep. So uh, what I suggest is that you create a LinkedIn banner that would reflect your brand. What I mean by that is, if you have brand colors, you can incorporate that in the LinkedIn banner, right? Like for me, my brand colors are orange and black, so I put that in the LinkedIn banner so that it will
Hmm.
also reflect my personal brand. And then if you have a logo, you can put your logo somewhere in there as well. And then, the most important thing is to also put a call to action, right? Because
Yeah,
if people already know what you do and they are interested, so now what are they gonna do? I mean,
that's
what do
right.
you want them to do, right? If you don't have a call to action, then you're gonna have them thinking, how should I contact this person,
Yeah,
right? And the banner is important because it's one of the first things that your viewer would be able to see once they click on your profile. And
that's
as
right.
they say, a picture paints 1,000 words, right? So it speaks more than just the text. So take advantage of that and create a LinkedIn banner. All right. So right after this, I hope that if you don't have a banner yet, you create one or you let someone else create it for you. It's gonna be easy to
Yeah.
create. You can just go to canva.com and then you can create your own.
Excellent. Yeah, and what I
Mhm.
was going to do, I think is going to be very useful is I'm going to go ahead and kind of share your
All
LinkedIn
right.
profile right there, so that way we
Mm-hmm.
can kind of point out to the individuals. And I think the first thing you talk about is obviously make your profile public,
Mm-hmm.
obviously customize the end of the URL of LinkedIn
Yes.
with your name, not just leaving numbers and whatever
Mm-hmm.
sequence LinkedIn is given. And one of the things right there is you talk about the headline at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the profile, so everybody can see here. And like you stated right there, is a clear message, right,
Yep.
of what you do, and kind of like a call to action. And like you say, it's customized to your colors, to your brand as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you can see on Javier's screen, I have there my tagline that you can get clients without spending a dime on ads using LinkedIn alone. So if that sounds attractive to the viewer of my profile, then they'd be interested to contact me, right? So I have my contact info in there as well, so that it'd be easier for them. They won't have to
Or
spend too much time figuring out how to contact me. All right.
that's
So
right. That's right.
and then the other thing is the headline. You can see my profile picture, my name, and then under my name, I have their optimizing client attracting LinkedIn profiles for coaches with my 9 point checklist. So that line right there is the headline. All right.
Yeah,
So I suggest that you create a headline that would be uh, magnetizing or somehow would magnet your ideal client. Like if your ideal clients are coaches, then put that in there. I mean, speak to them directly that you are helping them get what they want, which is, for my case, an optimized LinkedIn profile by your solution. So my solution here is my 9 point checklist or something that I do uniquely because it's something that I created myself. So the
got it.
more unique your solution is, the more that they see you as an expert because they know that, oh, she helps me with getting this thing that I really want, doing her own specialized thing. So
Got it.
that makes
Yeah,
you more trustworthy.
credible. Yeah, and I always tell clients, suggest clients as well, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, you're the expert on
Mm,
LinkedIn. Is I a lot of LinkedIn automatically for default will take the title of your first position and your work experience, right?
mm-hmm,
So it's it's a prospect that is looking for any service that you promote on LinkedIn, or is a hiring manager, or is a recruiter. If I see director of sales, that doesn't tell me anything. That title is so
mm-hmm.
generic that
Yep.
I perhaps might look at it. I will look at the profile, and then if there's nothing interesting on the headline, there's nothing interest on the subject, then I'm gonna literally find the next person. Right? You're not really
Mm-hmm.
catching the attention of the people landing on your LinkedIn profile, and I think that's what you're referring. You have very good points, right?
Yep.
Because you basically
I'm glad you
are
mentioned that because there are millions of people on LinkedIn. Right now, I think there are 600 million plus people, and every
yeah,
second there are two people who are signing up. This is the real statistics right now. So if you want to stand out, you have to make yourself different and stand and specialize on something and on someone that you want to help. Because if you speak to everyone, that means that you speak to no one. But if you speak to a certain group of people, then they would resonate more on what you have to say because they know that, oh, she is speaking directly to me or something like that, not just to everyone that you want to speak of.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. That's a very strong point. All right. So moving along, I know you talk about we're in the third point, right?
Yep. So the third point would be the about section or the summary section of your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, and that will be right here.
Yep.
Right. There we go. Right
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Right there. So the about section or the summary section, it has a 2,000 character limit. So what I suggest is you maximize that limit, put as many keywords as you can because LinkedIn has its own search engine, right? So as the more keywords that you have on your profile, the more that you would appear on the search engine. If someone is searching for, something that you do or, something that you provide as a service. So what I suggest my clients to do, because I usually serve coaches and consultants, so I suggest that they make the about section client facing. What I mean by client facing and is speak about what's in it for your ideal clients if they are reading the summary. Right? It's
Hmm.
not about you. It's not about you. It's not about your achievements because they don't really care about that. I mean, if people in general, they care about themselves. I mean, they care about what they want. They care about the benefits that you can give
Yeah,
them. So might as well
absolutely.
put that in the about section. And if they see that, oh, this woman can give me this benefit and I really need that, so they would be more motivated to actually read your whole about section because you are speaking directly to that person that needs your service. So what I suggest is you put there what you do, whom you work with, specific group of people that you are working with and partnering with, the services you provide as well, how your process works. If you have a unique process, that's going to be better. And then what makes you different, because as I
Yeah,
said earlier, there are millions of people on LinkedIn, right? And uh yeah, it's going to be always true that someone else is providing the same service as you do. So what makes you different from those other people? So put that in there, what makes you different. Like if you have a unique mechanism or something like that, you can put that in there. All right. And then if you have past testimonials from your past clients, you can copy paste that, the exact words that they say, and then put their name, what they do and their company, because that would be an authority builder as well on your profile. So you'd say what
abso-
others say about me and then put their testimonials in there. And at the end, the most important thing always is to also put a call to action, right? So that
absolutely.
after reading all the things that's on your profile, after they see the banner and they're not satisfied with that, then they read your headline and then they read your about section, right? Now, if they are ready to talk after all the things that they read from there, how should they contact you? So make it easier for them to do that. All right.
Absolutely. And also and yours is amazing. You have an amazing profile in regards to the about, very clear, very to the point. And one thing that I want to also point out is a lot of people get into the narrative, or like they're talking about their accomplishments,
Mm,
or they're talking about their story. And and I think it kind of, it doesn't really serve anyone, right? Either a
mm,
hiring manager or a recruiter. But this right here can be applied also to individuals that are looking for opportunities as well, work opportunities as well. I mean, you can tweak it to really hit the point right there, right? Not talk about a narrative and, oh yeah, I was distinguished, silver club, blah blah blah. That doesn't
mhm.
really tell anything to that individual who wants to hire you as an employee, and also hire you for the service that you provide. So this can be applied to both individuals, right? The ones that are looking for work and the ones that are selling their services as well.
Yep, that's right. And the thing about that is, even though you don't put your achievements on your profile, if someone is already interested and then they ask about you, then that's when you hit them with that, right? Because you know that they
Yeah.
are already interested. Because, to be interesting, you have to be first interested with the other person.
Yeah, exactly. You said it. All right. So moving along, what will be the fourth point?
The fourth point would be, I think this is going to be the last actually. If you haven't created a LinkedIn company page yet, you should create one. You can scroll down a bit. because most people, especially
Right
those that
there.
are solopreneurs, they just put their title and then say that they are self-employed or something like that. But you can actually
Mhm.
create a company page. If you don't have a company name, you can just put your own name and then create the company page, and then uh, you know put your title as someone that is working under that company page, and then you can manage that page as well. You can invite people to follow your page if they are interested, and then you can also post something on your company page so that your followers would be able to see your updates as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, what the beauty of that is, a lot of individuals, they put their company name and they're not linked to a
Yeah.
business page because they
Mhm.
haven't created a business page, and obviously the logo or is not going to show up. So it
Yeah.
looks very. They have a LinkedIn has like a generic building logo right next to the
Mhm.
company that you have, and that's another piece of real estate that I suggest individuals to take advantage of it. If you're self-employed, right, build a business page, because that's another piece of real estate that you can deliver the message, and you can also put content as well. So
Mhm. And
that's something to
the good
consider.
thing about a company page is you can also put a banner in it. Like if you already have a personalized banner on your personal profile, you can just, tweak that and resize it and then put it on the company page as well. And then, yeah, the logo, you can upload that so that if you assign yourself as someone who is working at your company page, the logo would not be, a generic icon that LinkedIn would provide. And another thing is you can also put a call to action there. Like I think they have different kind of call to action, but for me, I put there visit my website so that if someone visited my company page and they are interested to look at my website, they can just click that call to action right there, and then they would be redirected to my website as well.
Yeah, and you referring down below, it says visit website, right? You can
Mhm.
customize that to do different call to action
Yep.
as well.
Hmm.
Excellent, excellent. That's very good info, very good advice as well. One thing that I wanted to point out is, if you can, I see a lot of people, right, that they built a LinkedIn profile, and obviously you provide those service to
Hmm.
generate awareness and bring clients as well. But um, like you say, you build it, but at the same time, what is three tips that you can give individuals to actually keep maintaining the momentum, right? Because
Hmm.
I believe there's a lot of individuals out there that they create the website, excuse me,
Yeah.
they create the LinkedIn profile, and they're like, okay, fine, they're gonna knock on my door, right? And that's
Yeah.
not the case. Because
Yeah.
like you said, we have 680 plus million profiles out there, so it's not gonna happen. I mean, we
Yeah,
have to be realistic.
most people they treat LinkedIn as an online resume, right? So they set
Yeah,
it up, and then once it's okay, they see that, oh, that's fine. I think that's okay. People will find me. They would just leave it there. But that was LinkedIn before. But right now, LinkedIn is more of a social media platform for business professionals. So you can
yeah,
post your own content in there. You can actually post articles as well, and then you can engage with people because it has its own messenger, like a messenger type of one-on-one conversation that you can do with your first degree connections. When I say first degree, these people are already connected to you, so you can message them and then you can exchange conversation right then and there. And if they are interested with your services, they can reach out to you directly on LinkedIn. So might as well at least be active on LinkedIn for like 30 minutes a day or maybe 10 minutes a day. Just check if someone is messaging you, and then post content at least once a week, or maybe if you can do it 2 to 3 times a week, that would be better because that makes you more visible to your network, right? Because if you post a content and someone from your network likes or engage with your content, their own network would be able to see your own content as well. So it's gonna be reaching out to a lot more people than the actual network that you have.
absolutely. And I think also, if you want to build credibility as an expert in that field,
Mhm.
right, the more content you provide and the more the right content deliver, the message is going to be much better. And I think also you giving value to the network, right? And I'm a true believer that the more you give, the more you're going to receive. So there might be an article or a video or any type of content that comes from you that they can really add value to your network, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's very important. That's awesome. That's great. That's such an amazing advice you've given us, Gladys. We really appreciate it. And I just want to share for everyone who's watching us live or who's going to watch us later, because I think YouTube is going to stay here forever, right? And
Yeah.
LinkedIn as well. Excuse me, Facebook as well. Facebook is
Uh-huh.
different, but I think LinkedIn is more easy to stay there. This is your LinkedIn profile right there
Yep.
that people can go and contact you as well. And I know you have an amazing YouTube as well with a lot of resources,
Mm-hmm.
right, for people to reach out and learn and get that value of the work that you're doing as well. So just to summarize, the service that you provide are optimizing individuals' LinkedIn profile. You
Mm-hmm.
work with consultants and coaches as well. But another thing that is very valuable is the lead generation that you can provide as well.
Yep. So, LinkedIn profile optimization is, I call that my stage zero. It's like a
Mhm.
requirement before you do the actual outreach. If this is assuming that you already have a defined target market, right? Because if
Yeah,
you already know who your target market is and you know that your offer is a right fit to that target market, it's going to be easier for you to offer your services. It's just like, if someone is in the middle of the desert and that person is very thirsty, and then you have a bottle of water, right? Even though if you are not selling that water to that person, do you think that he would not buy that water from you?
yeah,
Right? So that's the magic if you have the right offer in front of the right market. So and then if you have an optimized profile, that speaks a lot to that certain market. Now if you wanna grow your LinkedIn connections of your target market, you have to be active on LinkedIn and try to reach out to these people, because the more connections of your ideal client you have, the more that it's gonna be beneficial to you to post content on your own on your own feed, because your audience is gonna be a full pack of your target market, and you're gonna be the go-to person of those people if they need your services.
absolutely, absolutely. Awesome, awesome, great. So before we let you go, and thank you for being here with us and giving us this valuable
Yeah, thank you
information.
so much.
I always ask the guests a question, right? What is your high octane, right, mechanics? And what I mean by that is what fuels you to get up every morning and do what you do. Because obviously, as an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of octane to keep
Mhm.
moving. But what triggers you to do the things that you do every day?
Yeah, so before all these beautiful things started with me, I have this Polaris or this North Star, and it's living the lifestyle that I want. It's more than just the money, because of course money is good, but if you are earning a lot of money, I mean more than you can ever imagine, that doesn't mean too much of that doesn't mean too much anymore. I mean, it doesn't really make you happy anymore. I mean, you have to have this certain goal aside from money. And for me, that is to have more time with my family and take control more of my time. And right now, because of the pandemic, my mom, she is already 55 years old and turning
Mhm.
56. So my specific goal right now is I want to help her retire early so that she can just stay at home. And then before 2021, I would like her to already retire and just be with us and spend more time with us, because she's not getting any younger. And the older you are right now and you are going outside because of the pandemic, it's going to be too risky for her. So I want her to live with us much longer and spend more time with her, because you can't really buy time. That's something that you can't buy. So yeah, so I'm literally buying her time right now. That's my goal.
Beautiful. That was. Thank you for sharing that, because
Mhm.
that really that inspired me as well. Right, really taking care of your loved ones, and that's the high octane for you. Well,
Mhm.
thank you very much for being with us, and thank you for people that are watching us today. I will also post Gladys' LinkedIn profile and also YouTube channel, so you can get all the info. And please connect with her. I was very impressed when I saw the way she approached individuals on LinkedIn, and also I saw a couple content from her, and I said, well, I need to have her in the show and have her interview, because I think she will, people from the A-list group will really benefit from her service. So thank you for being here, and I will see you guys next week for another exciting episode of High-Octane Mechanics. Thank you, and have a great evening.